Bismillah wassalatu wassalam ala Sayyidina Rasulullah. So I'm starting to adding what called to constructing the connector set. So first of all, we have to add the what called documentation of the grammar by adding s prime s. Then we start to connector set. So the first connector set, or the first one will be I0. I0, in fact, starting by always we're starting by S0, by S prime. So my question now. If I'm giving you in the questions, so the what called the grammar is not LR, so you have to starting by building the grammar in our connector set using LALR. So first of all, we're starting by the first one, okay. So then dot s just here, and then we're writing in the right side just $. This is the starter. So because s is non-terminal, we have to add all the grammar that has s in the left side. So we have 4, those one. So we're adding here all s just dot a b c, again s b c c, again s a c d, and the last one is s a b d. Always putting the what called the dot in the beginning of the right side. Now, because behind s we have nothing, it's mean we have to copy this one just in the 4 components. So we put $, $, and also $, and also $. That's the main important things. So that's nice. Now, in fact, here we have 4 components. All these components starting by a terminal, because starting by terminal, that means the I0 we have to close it. Okay, from I0, in fact, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 component, we have to construct, we can construct 5 maximum, 5 new sets. The first one will be called I1. So we're shifting the dot one step to right, and we have S again. S we have, it's appear only one in this what called these rules. So we're shifting the dot one step to become S prime, S dot $. We copy as is, okay. Only we're shifting the $, because the dot in the end, so we close the set again. So the second set we called A1. This is more important things. So A1, in fact, we have dot A and dot A twice. So we take both together. This is very important things. This is tricky things. So I believe the majority of students, in fact, take one and forget the second, or making what called one by one. A dot B C $, again, and second one S A dot C D $, again. So now we close this what called practice. So because B and C is not terminal, we have to add all the production has B and C on the left side. So we have 2. So we adding both of them. The first one is B, goes to dot E, and the second one is B, C, sorry, go to E. So what we're writing after the comma, in fact, because here after the B, in fact, here we have nothing, while here we have the C. So the C terminal, in fact, the first of the terminal, so we copy it here. Why we don't copy in both? Because normally from B, in fact, we're constructing, we extended by only 1. So again, for the C, after the C we have D, so we take the first of D, we copy it just here. So we close this parenthesis. So similarly for the I2, for the B, so we have 2B, so we take the 2B together. So the first one will be as B dot C small $, and the second one is S B dot B capital D comma $. Okay, nice. So now, in fact, again, so C and B is not terminal. We have to add all the production has B and C all together. So B giving us E, this one, and second one, C giving us also E. After the C, in fact, we have this terminal, and after the D, we have this terminal. From this one, we're constructing this. So the first of C is C because terminal. The first of D is D because it's D terminal. So now, in fact, we're closing what called this set. Why? Because E and C is terminal, so I2 is complete. This is the first important point. Okay, so from I0 we're constructing I1 and I2, sorry, and I3. Why constructing all three? Because normally from S, so we have three different symbols, S, A, B only. So we find S once and A twice, this one and B three times. Okay, so because I0 is finished, we can erase it. Okay, so I have space, so I'm trying what code to make the example as whole. Okay, so we finish what called I0. We take all the components from I0 and we have to continue with the I1, 2, and 3. From I1 we can construct nothing because I1, in fact, the dot in the end of the component, just here I'm talking. So it means from I1 it's finite and you can do nothing. From I2, this is what called the major problem that making student. From I2, in fact, we're constructing how many groups, how many sets? We can construct 3. Why? Because we have dot B, dot C, and dot E twice. So it means we have to constructing 3 sets, not 4 sets. So the majority of students, in fact, take these and these separately. So this is a mistake. So from the first one, in fact, we can constructing I4. I will write it just here. Okay, we're shifting the dot one step to right, and you copy the right side hand as is. So it will be A, B, dot C, and dollar. And now because C is terminal, so it's mean I4, we can do any extension. We can do an extension. So again, for the C will be the same. So we're constructing I5. That's mean S, A, C, D, and the dot will be here, and we copy the dollar as is because in fact when we constructing a new set we copy after the comma as is. So this set closed and this set is also, these two sets are closed. So the main capital things, it's coming here. So this is what called in your exam I found that you have a mistake. So I6 in fact will be, we're shifting the dot for the E and the E together one step to right. So it's become B, E dot after the comma C, and also C, E dot after the comma we have D. We close, we write in proper way. So because the dot in the end, so we can do nothing, in fact we close this set. Similarly for I5, that constructing from 2 and 6, 4, 5, 6 is constructing from 2, we make the same for I3. So okay, so in this case we remove all the I2 because we don't need it now. Trying in your exam to write in proper way. From I3, in fact, also we can constructing, I'm trying to changing the color, so to in green. So we can constructing also 3 sets. Why? Because we have dot C and dot B and dot E twice. So we're arriving to 7. That is S, B, C dot C and dollar. And then second one, S, B, B capital dot D, and also dollar. No, this is a mistake. This is a mistake. Okay, so because dot C alone, so we take dot C alone, and then we close the parenthesis. Now A, I8 for the B. So S, B, B capital dot D, and dollar, and we close. Why we closing the what called the set for this one and this one? Because after the dot we have terminal and zone, so we can do nothing. For the last two things, in fact, we took the I9. So we're shifting the dot one step for the double E. Okay, So it becomes B E dot and B and C E dot. We put the comma just here, and then we have C and we have D. So again, so this set must be closed because it's still ended by 2 dots and then it's closed. So in fact, I3 is finished. I4 we have dot C, so we're shifting the C one step to right. It's become I10. So it's S A B C dot dollar. As I'm telling you, so when we copy, we keep after the comma as is, okay, and the calculation must be in the extension only. So then from I5 we can constructing I11. Okay, so I11, so we're shifting the dot one step to right. So this will become S A C D dot also dollar. From so I4 is market. From I4 we construct I10. I5 is market. From I5 we constructed I11. So I6 we can do nothing because the dot in the end, so we can do nothing. Okay. So again, from I7, in fact, we're constructing I12. So I12. So I'm writing just here in other color to distinguish it. Trying to follow me. So just I12. So we're shifting the dollar one step to right. We're shifting the dot, sorry, one step to right. It's become S B C C dot dollar. From I8 we're constructing I13. So that will be S B B D dot and dollar. From I9 we can do nothing because the dot in the end, we have two components and the dot in the end. And from 9, after 9, 10, the dot in the end also, 11, the dot in the end, 12, the dot in the end, and 13, the dot in the end. So that means, خلاص. So it means, for example, all the sets are constructed, all the connection sets are constructed in LALR. So now if we're revising what called all the sets, we found that all the sets has only one action. Let us to see what we have in the slide here. So I'm trying to write the action in the what called black to be distinguished from other things. So we found what called for I4 we have the dot in the middle, that means shift. So I5 the dot in the middle is also the component, the set is shift. Here we have the dot in the end, it means we have to reduce, and the reduce, no problem with the reduce because the look ahead symbol is different. So it means we have a conflict, but the conflict is solved because the C and D is different. So for the 10 we have only one component and this component is reduced. For 11 also it's reduced. For 7 the dot in the middle it's shift. For 12 so it's reduced and one reduced. For 8 the dot in the middle it's shift. For 13 the dot in the end it's reduced and one. For 9 in fact we have two reduce, but the reduce, okay, to reduce, but the reduce it's solved because, so no conflict, because after the command that's called locate symbol we have C and D, so they are different, so it means no issue, so the conflict is solved. In I3 again, so we have the dot in the beginning in these two components and in the middle also, it means shift. That's mean if we're taking what we have now in the case, so we don't have any conflict in the what called the current state, but we found I6 and I9, that's just here, sorry for the writing, but trying to follow me. So both of them in fact the same kernel, so we have BECE, BECE, the different only with the look ahead symbol. So we have here, for example, BE, we have C, and here we have, must be D, and must be C, just here. So BE, C, BE, D, so it means only the symbol are different. So because these two sets are the same as the kernel, but the different look ahead, we're trying to merge them together. What happens if we're merging? So I'm trying what's called to erase everything. So now, in fact, I6